Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
You have to go like this. This is the cliche intro. All right. So ending a relationship and becoming friends.
It's kind of weird. I realized that I'm straight and I'm not attracted to other women. But, you know, it is what it is, right?
So from the start, though, like from the start when you never officially moved in, but we kind of like uHauled it. So we met at a meeting.
Yeah.
And then we kind of like hung out for a while, and then you were homeless.
Yeah, living in my car for, I don't know, since May.
And then you stayed the night and we ended up sleeping together.
Yep.
And then after that, you started telling me that, I don't know if I'm gay, I think I'm straight.
And then you told me, I don't think you're straight, I think you're gay.
I do.
Okay. Well,
but ever since we met, there's been this backdoor kind of like clause that you have the potential to end it because you're straight.
well, you always ambush me with the question when I say, well, I'll try to make it work. I'll try to change my sexuality.
And so that's where we're at now. Whereas I don't think you can change your sexuality. I don't think you can like change what you are or what you aren't attracted to. I don't know. Actually, it's a good question. But but it hasn't changed either, right? Because the reason why we're doing this is because you were neither attracted to me nor sexually interested in me.
Well, there's emotional attraction.
Yeah, but that's not the same.
Kind of is just friendship.
Yeah, so that's just friendship. Which we are. We're still friends.
So all this time I've been getting confused. Huh. How long was that sitting for?
I think maybe since last night. It doesn't taste bad.
Well, if I had noticed it, I would have put it in the dishwasher.
This morning.
Yeah, I went around trying to find all the cups and glasses that were scattered everywhere. All over Hell's Half Acre. I couldn't find them all because once I sat down, I found 2 more. But I'd already started the dishwasher, so I thought, I'll get them on the next one.
So what's the plan, Stan?
You know, I have no idea. I'm the type to just wing it. And that is how I, a straight woman, ended up in a lesbian relationship with a lesbian woman.
Surprise.
A lesbian woman who thinks that I'm also a lesbian, but I don't think so. Because I think to be a lesbian, you have to be attracted to women.
Tis true.
And I don't meet that criteria.
But here's the thing, though. Like, you can't have an emotional attraction. Or you tell me. Having emotional attraction is not the same thing as having a physical attraction. Like, you're physically attracted to somebody, because you have to make like I don't understand how you can substitute one for the other. Because that's what you were thinking, that we could just like substitute one for the other. You were saying that like this was just a mutually beneficial situation where you had food, housing, and I got like sex and cuddles and somebody to hold their hand in public and whatnot.
Yeah, I thought that was mutually beneficial. They say I have autism. I don't know.
You don't know?
I mean, it could.
I think that would kind of stand to reason. If you had autism. I was right, corn syrup isn't bad in it.
Yeah.
We substituted corn syrup for honey because honey is becoming outrageously expensive.
I thought you said it tastes good with Gwen's syrup in it.
No, that's...
You know, she's a lesbian. You could date her. Or Jacqueline. You could date Jacqueline.
How uncomfortable would that be, though?
What do you mean? Uncomfortable for who?
To move from you to one of your friends. Wouldn't that be uncomfortable?
No.
No? So like I am attracted to emotionally, physically, sexually.
Aren't physically and sexually the same thing?
It could be. I guess it depends on your interpretation. I don't know, and then we argued a lot.
Yeah, and it was always the same argument. Well, there were a few that were different, but most of them were her saying to me, I think you're straight. And I said, I am. And she said, no, I think you're a lesbian. And I said, okay, we'll try to make it work.
Yeah, because it seemed like your interest was like on, off, on, off. It was like, whoa, it's on. Okay, you are interested in me, and then off, psh, gone, dissipated, and or like just like sex would lead into something else that intrigued you other than sex. And so it seems like it's kind of like...
It's the most serious sex I've ever had, and that might have been a problem because normally, like, I don't know, Storage Wars is on in the background or something, or we're listening to music so the person's parents can't hear, and maybe we didn't watch enough Storage Wars, that's why.
Storage Wars? Maybe. I really watch lots of Charlie's Angels. And Bond movies.
Yeah. But yeah, emotional attraction is probably just friendship.
Here's my issue with this. Is that, like, I think the reason why you're being like this is because you don't want to be perceived as being gay.
I walked through that whole store holding hands with you.
What store? Superstore? Yeah.
Of course, I was getting distracted a lot trying to find all the bargains, but I don't know. Like, I don't think that's it.
The most of the history of, like, your partners have all been, like, trans girls. Except for a couple of guys that you really disliked. Right? And it was the same thing with, like, when I came out of relationship guys. I was like,
I think it's a bad habit and I need to stop doing it.
bad habit, what?
Having sex with people who are having sex with women in exchange for food and shelter.
But that wasn't an arrangement that we had. We literally just we just uHauled it. Right? There was no like maybe in your head there was this bargain, but there was no bargain. It was just kind of like, you're homeless, we met, we're attracted to each other. Just try it. You know, what did we have to lose? And so, like, in my head, it wasn't like we were making a bargain and that.
Well, it wasn't that in my head either. It was, okay, I have a place to stay.
That's understandable.
But if I wasn't trying to make it work, I had other friends I could have stayed with.
No, I don't blame a person for, I mean, I think it was like a week later or something that you told me that, like, I think I'm attracted to guys and I sincerely apologize. I feel awful.
That was 2 days later.
2 days later?
Because I slept the first day. Then the second day I went to fix my car and came back and said, I'm sorry, I think I might be straight. And you said, no, you can't be that passionate in sex if you're straight, unless you're just playing a role.
I'm not even sure a person could play that role. Like, I don't, like, it was since I had transitioned, it was kind of like the first time that I actually felt like somebody made love to me as opposed to just like getting the rocks off or something. Or just using me for an experiment.
Well, I'm sorry that
And like I say, there were subsequent times where it didn't feel like, I mean, it felt like there are times it felt like we were just having sex, right? This was about like climaxing or something, but then we both climaxed having sex together. But there was also like it also felt like there was much more to it than that. Like there was love involved.
I don't know if you think that I'm not straight, and you think that you want to keep dating me, then you can.
Yeah, but that doesn't make any sense. This is just perpetuating the same thing.
That's what I said 2 days after we met.
But, like, I don't understand why you make this offer of like, okay, I'm not attracted to you, I'm not interested in you in that way, but if you want to have this arrangement of some sort, because like I said to you, girl, like, you know, you need a place to stay, you can stay here.
Yeah.
You know, there's no obligation to it, right? It's still like that. Like, you need a place to stay. You know, I'm not gonna leave you out on the street or something.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's not like I'm not gonna like feed you what I have to feed you or something.
Yeah. I also just don't want you dating people like April again, and because that was bad for you.
Well, I mean, that's the nature of being like a girl who transitions, because you just go through shitty experience after shitty experience after shitty experience. You know, just trying to find someone to just have a normal relationship with. Because it's always like guys who are just looking for an experiment, guys who just want to manipulate you for something because that's kind of their kink, or yeah, I don't know. But I don't comprehend how it can just keep going on and on and on, but you're not interested in me, you're not attracted to me. But we can keep doing this if you want. That doesn't make sense to me. Keep doing this if we want, because why?
I don't know.
See, that's where like I start to think that it's like this is a front. It's like you don't want to deal with the stigma of being gay, or dating a trans girl. But you also don't want, but I'm also good enough to be a partner.
I think why I keep going back on it is because I'm scared of ending up homeless again.
Yeah, but you're not. And that's fully understandable, right? Like I said, like I'm your friend.
Because like
there's no, if you need a place to stay and I'm allowed to let you stay here, there's no obligation for sex to be my friend.
Okay.
There never was.
Okay. Well, I'm glad to hear that. We forgot to get ant traps. Oh well. I'll just go get a bunch of totes and set up my bed at my other place so that I don't have to sleep with the ants.
Okay. Do you want to give me the key tonight?
A lot of my stuff is still here. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to afford that place, so I'm a bit hesitant to move everything in.
Yeah. Well, you can stay with me for as long as I'm allowed to have a guest. No, there's no obligation.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
And hopefully my days of being hobosexual, as they call it, are over.
Hopefully.
Hobosexual means someone who is homeless and will sleep with anyone in exchange for a place to stay.
Yeah, that was never the arrangement between you and I. I mean, the reason why this could not become your new address is finances. Your finances, not mine, right?
Yeah, I can't afford to live here.
It's not that. I never charged you for anything. I never made any plans or anything like that to be charging you for anything or something. Just, you know, for your own financial reasons, for your own financial benefit. It doesn't really work for you to be here.
Yeah.
But those might fall through, so you might be back here. That's okay. So we're just gonna be friends.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. Oh, look. Whatever the reason, it's okay. There's no obligation to be my friend.
Why would I not want to be your friend?
That was sassy.
What? Me?
No, blowing my nose. Where's the garbage pail still on your side? Okay, then.
Done?
Do you want to stay here tonight?
That's the plan. My mattress isn't up off the ground. It's on the floor there.
How are you gonna do that?
Get my mattress up off the floor.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put some totes underneath it. And I'm gonna put a piece of plywood on the totes. Then I'm gonna put it on the piece of plywood.
Okay.